welcome back. This is week 3. It's been a very stressful week. It's actually Wednesday. I'm just putting the trampolines away because I haven't got much time, so I was going to talk while I did it, but I don't know if that's going to work because I'm going to get distracted. You may have seen that I deleted last week's video. I deleted it, edited it and re-uploaded it because I had to take a section out. And the reason why I'm starting this on a Wednesday is because I have deleted everything I've recorded so far this week, because I spent Monday's video explaining my last week vlog, why I said what I said, what's changed since then. But now because that's been taken down, that won't make sense. Sunday was the most stressful day running ShanFitness since I began 5.5 years ago, not even just here, 5.5 years ago. It was the worst day. And, I mean, look at the bags under my eyes. Ooh, it's been a tough one. We are being positive this week. This week is gonna get better from here. I can feel it in my bones. Last night was lovely. Monday night was very quiet. The community we've built here is just beautiful and it's everything I ever wanted. I was really unbelievably stressed on Sunday. Very stressed Monday. Classes made me feel better on Monday night. And then last night, exactly what I needed, just everyone just being nice to me. So thank you to our community for being angels. I've got a class, I've got Burn, and then I've got a personal training session, and then Nikki has got Pound and Step. I need to do a bit of tidying. It's about 3 o'clock, I think. I just need to do a bit of tidying. Hoover, sort out the PT studio. That's about it. Done a bit of admin this morning at home. That's my Wednesday. Guys, I'm having a nightmare because the disco ball, I can't get it to look like a disco ball. So originally it was just all the different colours and I knew I was going to draw squares on it, but I thought I would do black squares. So I did these big ones and then I thought that doesn't look like a disco ball. So now I've done smaller ones, but now I feel like the black is a bit overpowering and now it just looks a bit weird. I need to do another coat on these ones, but I thought I would just try it before I did the second coat in case I needed to paint over it, because I'll just be wasting my time. And I'm glad I did, because now I do have to paint over it. How can I make that look like a disco ball? I don't know how to make it look like a disco ball. I forgot to film all day today. This is the first time I filmed today. I think it's because it's been a normal day with no drama for the first time in weeks. So I just didn't even think to film. I was just chilling. See, nothing dramatic has happened today at all. From like the normal things, it's been a fairly calm day. Painted over the disco ball, which I'll show you in the morning when it's light. I've had a new vision. I say me, everyone's told me what to do with it because I was stressing. So collectively, people that come to classes have had a new vision. I just taught a jungle body mix, which was amazing as always. I did Burn. We're doing a new ab track in Burn and it is a killer. Oh, it's so painful. Hired out the PT studio before that. The most dramatic thing that's happened today is that I thought I'd timed this really well. So someone hires the PT studio 5:30 till 6:30 and then my classes start at 6:30. So I thought perfect timing, everyone will be in, Ash will leave, I'll lock the door, start the class. Not thinking about her packing up. So we started jungle body a few minutes late. So I need to rethink that plan because that didn't work. What a lovely normal day. I've got to be back quite early in the morning because cloud 9 higher. It looks like my light's on, but I don't think it is. I'm sure I just turned it off. I can see a little bit of light under the door. I think it's just a reflection. Find out in the morning. I'm not going back in now. In the morning, cloud 9 higher, they do soft play, so they've got to set up and stuff. I'll be back in the morning. So the disco ball is covered up. I'm always very aware when cloud 9 are in that they've got the lights on and it's a bit brighter in here. You can get away with more when we're doing a class because the lights are down low and we've got the disco lights, but like everyone's gonna see that. Everyone's gonna see that. Everyone was gonna see the disco ball. What I do on a Friday morning, I clear out everything, give it a good hoover, and then I just let Cloud9 get on with it. They just set up all their bouncy castles, soft planes. They just have loads of kids come in and have the best time. Cloud9 have gone. I didn't film any of it. I filmed a little bit in the doorway, but I didn't film any of it because obviously there's kids in here. Packed up, they've gone. I've got to go to Lidl to get some things for tonight. Tonight we are doing a surprise class, a 90s, early 2000s jungle body mix class, and no one knows that we're doing that apart from me. So even the people that have booked don't know we're doing that. But it's to celebrate our first birthday. I put on the clues, have a drink on me. So I just need to go and get something to drink now. I was gonna get like Prosecco or something, but because I haven't told anyone that there's gonna be Prosecco, I feel like everyone will be like, oh, I've got to drive home. So I'm just gonna get something non-alcoholic, I think, which I think will be better as it's a surprise. So I am just getting ready for our surprise class tonight. I have got my hairbrush in my hand. This isn't a microphone. I was just doing my hair because I'm running late. Obviously, because I'm always running late. I am so excited for classes tonight. We have been open a year officially. Unofficially, it's been longer than a year, and ShanFitness has been running for 5.5 years. So there's lots of dates in my head and I don't really know which one to celebrate really. Like we should just celebrate our normal date that we always used to celebrate. So our, what's gonna be 6 years in January. Don't know whether that's right or not. We are celebrating being open a year, and to say thank you to everyone, I'm doing a free class. Free for everyone. We're gonna have some drinks after as well. I mean, it's only flavoured fizzy water. I couldn't get any non-alcoholic Prosecco in Lidl, they don't do it. So we've got like flavoured fizzy water. So many of my regulars have booked and I'm so grateful. I tried to advertise this in a certain way. It's so hard to explain because it doesn't really make sense from a business point of view, because I didn't really want anyone new coming to this class. We do a lot of things to try and get new people to come here. Obviously, I want new people here all the time. I want them to know about ShanFitness. I want them to come to classes. I want it to help their mental health. I obviously want new people to come here. But for this class, I've really wanted to celebrate my regulars and say thank you for the support over the last year. There was a part of me that thought maybe I should just email out invites for this class to regulars and just say, this is what I'm doing, you're invited, here's how you book. But I actually thought that people wouldn't book it if I did that. I think it takes away the excitement of it. I can't explain it, but I don't think people would have really booked. So I decided to put up a post about the code. You've got to crack the code to get it. So I did this, one, to make it more exciting, is just writing, I'm gonna do a free class on this date is boring. Two, I thought that only my regulars would do it. And I don't have a third. I don't know why I was gonna say that because I don't have a third reason. I thought only my regulars would see why they would do it. I think they would be like, oh, look what she's done. She's making us do a code to get a class. But I feel like it's very me. I think new people wouldn't have got why I was doing it and would have been like, why do you need to crack a code to get to a class? Like, just tell us when the class is. I was right because they did. A few people that aren't coming tonight that I would have loved to have been here. Yeah, it's half full. I'm still happy with that. And like I said, there's a few people that aren't coming that I would have loved to have been here because they buy passes and come to loads of classes and really support me. But I'm really happy with the people that have booked. I would have been happy if new people had booked. I don't want you to think that I would have been like, I can't believe they're taking advantage of me and getting a free class. I would have been so happy if new people had booked, but I'm just really happy with how it's worked out, and the people that really support me and buy passes and classes and stuff are getting this free class, free drinks afterwards. I just know it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so funny. I know we're just going to laugh the whole class. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy how it's played out. It's 90s, early 2000s jungle body mix. They don't even know that's what it is. So that's also made me really happy that they've booked it and they don't even know what it is. They're just happy to be here. Love that. So I need to go and get ready. I'm going to try and remember to film this class. Oh, I could not wake up this morning. My eyes are burning. I've still got, look, I don't know if you can see, marks on my arms from where my bracelet was, where I was like, alarm went off this morning. I felt horrendous. You know when you're like disorientated and you don't know what's going on? You know, like that video of that bear that's coming out of hibernation and it's all like, oh, it's furs everywhere, and it's like, that's what I felt like this morning. I'm here at the studio, ready to teach rebounds and pop Pilates. See a rainbow on the way here. I was driving up the dual carriageway and I saw a rainbow, and the rainbow looked like it was pointing right to the studio, which was really cute. It was like pointing where it was. Obviously, I know not to compare myself to people on Instagram, but I feel like my whole Instagram, the algorithm has definitely changed over the last few months. And it's all like women that own businesses, which is great. Love it. Love to see it. But they're also glam. Like, they've all have their hair done and they have makeup on and they dress nicely. And I know it's a bit different because I'm teaching fitness classes, but I'm like, how do you have time to do that? Like, how do you have time to get up in the morning and do your hair and makeup? I've literally just got out of bed and I'm already here, like 20 minutes later. Oh, suppose that's like the next bit. That's when you like level up and you have people doing stuff for you. Like, I'm still in the trenches. I'm still doing everything myself. Like, I don't even have time to dye my hair. Look at that. I'm like, am I meant to be a bit more glam? I don't know. But here, I've made it. I'm here. And that's the main thing. Here.
Why is there water on the floor? Why is there water on the floor?
Actually, also just realised that I forgot my breakfast. So I'm gonna have to try and find food here. I do keep food here, but just like emergency snacks for like if I'm feeling a bit like I need a little boost. Seriously, why is there so much water on the floor? Pretty sure that's the wrong side of the door. I can hear water dripping up here as well. I can't see where it's coming from, but I can hear water. And it sounds like it is pouring in. I feel amazing now that classes are done. I feel so much more awake and ready for the day. People always say, like, you'll feel better once you exercise. Exercise makes you feel better. It's so true, but it's also not what you want to hear. Like, when you're tired or you're just like not in the mood, the last thing you want to do is exercise. But it does help so much. It's so annoying how much it helps because everyone's like, no, I don't want to, I'm not in the mood. I mean, I was just tired this morning. That was it. It wasn't anything too dramatic, but I feel so good now. I am ready for the day. Where is the last place you want water? In a salt room. Oh my God, the floor is soaked. That is just a big puddle. Oh my God. This is dripping wet. They're literally in their car outside. Oh my God. Salty knees where I was crawling around in the water and now it's dried and they've gone all crusty and salty. I went in the salt room this morning. So the salt room was clean, it was ready to go. I didn't go in there yesterday at all. That sounds stupid to me now because I literally filmed water coming through the roof above the salt room, and I taught my classes, didn't think about it again. I don't know why I didn't think about it again. The thought didn't enter my mind until this morning. So had a salt session, went in there just to switch the lights on, put the music on, and well, you saw the videos. I feel like flood is a bit too dramatic. A puddle, a big puddle. So yesterday I heard water dripping through the roof onto the top of the salt room. The ceiling of the salt room's not wet. Nowhere else in the building is wet. I know the salt attracts the water. I have to put a dehumidifier in there. I don't put it in there all the time. I put it in there like once a week. So I know the salt is attracting the water in some way. The wall is wet. The floor is very wet. The salt room is now closed while I sort it out. It's going to be a couple of days. I'm going to let everything just dry out today and I'm going to clean it all up tomorrow, because the problem I've got is all the water is salty. So if I get a mop out and start just swishing it around, then everything that mop touches is going to dry salty. So I'm just leaving it. I might regret this tomorrow, but at this moment in time, that feels like the right thing to do because of how salty it is. So I'm going to leave it, clean it up tomorrow when it's dry. Hope that we don't have torrential rain tonight, because that could affect my process of cleaning it. Don't know what I'm going to do after that. Who knows? So confused. The more I think about this, the more confused I'm getting, because there is so much water dripping out of this rug. There was so much water on the floor and the wall was very wet. Someone please tell me where this water has come from. Has it come up through the floor? This is what I'm confused about, because if it had come up through the floor, then why is no other room in this whole building wet? Why is it just the salt room? Surely salt doesn't attract moisture that much, it floods. And then if it's the water that was dripping through the roof, not only is this a crazy amount of water, I think this amount of water I think the ceiling would have fallen through with this amount of water. So it can't be that either, because it's not even a mark on the ceiling. Someone please tell me. I just want to show you how much water has come off this rug. So that's just dripped off the rug that was on the floor in the salt room. So I'm just letting this dry because it's an outdoor rug. So in my head, it will dry and it will just be fine, because it's meant to get wet because it's an outdoor one. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But that is a lot of water that's dripped off. It has been such a stressful week, but in the weirdest way, I feel like I really needed it. That sounds so crazy. And if you'd said that to me this time last week when I was crying on this sofa, I would not have believed you. But I feel like it's been really good for me. What had happened, and this is actually the reason why I started this vlog. So what had happened is I got the keys last May. The May just gone. See, I'd had the keys for a year. We'd been open for quite a few months. And I had worked every single day, done everything basically on my own. Obviously, I've had instructors doing classes and things like that. But like the running of it, I'd done it mostly by myself, and which is fine. That's what I signed up for. It was my birthday in May, and my mum said to me, I really want to take you away for your birthday, because I know if I don't, you're gonna work and you really need to have a day off. So I was like, fine, lovely, that's so nice of you. So we went away to Spain for my birthday, which was lovely, exactly what I needed. I really enjoyed it. And then when I came home, I was like, right, I can't lose it now. I need to go back into how I was feeling before, like really focused, locked in, really like dedicated. I knew what I wanted, I knew how I was going to get it, I knew what I wanted this place to be, I knew what events we wanted to do, I knew where I wanted to take the Anxious Girls Club, the Salt Room, personal training, infrared, everything. I knew what I wanted, I knew what I needed to do to try and get it. And then, yeah, I came back from Spain and June was dead. It was so quiet. It was a bit of a shock. Every plan I'd made, every business plan, everyone I'd spoken to, accountants, financial advisors, business advisors, I had said the same thing to them, and it was, August will be dead, so I have to make sure I'm prepared for August. Every year, August is dead. All fitness classes suffer in August. I need to make sure I'm ready for that. and I'll be fine. As long as I'm prepared for that, then I'll be fine. And then it got to June and it was August numbers in June, and I couldn't believe it. That caught me off guard, it being that quiet. And because I'd been away and I was struggling to get back into the routine of it, I started to lose my motivation a bit, which is a really weird thing to say because I cared about everything the same and my mental health was still as good as it had been all year. And I still felt the same about everything, and I still felt the same about all our customers, and everything felt the same, but I just didn't have the motivation to do it. And I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was the low numbers and I thought, why am I doing this just for no one to turn up? Or whether it was because I had a break. I don't know what it was. When we got to July, I thought, right, I need to sort myself out. We need to go for this. And then July was dead as well. And I thought, oh my God, we haven't even got to August yet. I am dreading August. I don't know what to do. So I put on those £30 unlimited classes, and I thought I'd just rather people here because I knew I wasn't going to make any money in August, but I needed people here because I was really struggling to be creative. And I know I've said this already, but I just want to make it clear that my mental health was still really good and my care for everything was still really good and my passion for it was still really good. It was just my motivation, and I was struggling to like push myself to try new things or do different things or be creative. We did these £30 passes, and I thought even if we just sell 5, then it just gets people in the door, and at least there'll be maybe 5 people in a class. We sold loads. I had to stop the sales because we sold so many, and August was amazing. It was so busy. The salt room was busy, which really surprised me. People were buying normal passes as well once I cancelled the unlimited passes. We're paying just for one-off classes. I still did all my PT. Like, it was really busy and I was so happy. I was just like so ready for it. And I thought finally, like, maybe this will get my motivation back because it's all exciting and like the atmosphere is better. I posted online about us carrying on the passes. I was gonna have to put the price up, but we were gonna carry on the unlimited passes in September. I knew how many we'd sold in August, so I added a few more than what we'd sold in August because I'd put the price up. I could sort of get away with it. The poll on Instagram, and the poll on Instagram was more people had said they were going to buy one than what I had available. So I was like, right, I'll add a few more and I'll tell people you need to buy them straight away because they're going to sell out. And I was so excited. And then I put them up for sale and we hardly sold any. We sold half of what we did in August, and I was meant to sell more. So that knocked me again. Then I had to cancel I think I did this before that actually. I had to cancel the festival. That knocked me again because that was going to be our big event of the summer. Classes have still been all right in September. I feel like I shouldn't have worried that much because classes have still been quite good. They've been busy and they've been steady. There's been the odd class where it's been quieter than normal, but that happens every now and again, it's fine. And the salt room's been busy too. When we didn't sell that many passes, I thought, oh no, like this has knocked me again. Like I'm worried if I have a quiet September, I'm gonna struggle because is every month just gonna be quiet now? Like, is this it now? Is like the novelty of it worn off? But luckily it has been busy, but people have just not bought the unlimited passes. Maybe it was the price, or maybe they just knew they weren't gonna come to as many, or I don't know what it was, but people have still been coming, which is good. Like, right, I know I need to sort myself out now, but I still couldn't get the motivation to do it. This has happened in the last week. Every day there's been something. I feel like it's really helped. It sounds weird, but it's really helped. I feel really good. It's because it's been a shock, so it's like almost woken me up a bit. And I've had to like really stand up for myself this week, and I've had to fight for the reputation for here. Like, even just now, luckily those people that came for the salt room, they were really lovely and they have been before, so that was lucky. But even just like fighting for the reputation, like something little like that, like I'm sorting this, I know it's flooded, you can still do your session, it won't affect your session, I'll offer you something else once it's sorted. Like, it doesn't usually look like this. Like, I'm still like fighting even like small things, and I feel like it's really helped me, because I'm like, yeah, this place is exactly what I wanted, and it is doing really well, and I have got the motivation to keep going and keep doing it. It would be nice to not have to do everything on my own. One day. See that there is other people that do work here, and I do really appreciate them, and they're great at what they do. But I do spend a lot of time here on my own, and I do think that is a bit of a problem as well, especially when it's sunny outside. I think it's going to be all right now that it's like going rainy and horrible, but when it's sunny outside and I'm like sat in here on my own, it is a bit of a struggle. And these lights, oh my God, there's no windows. There's only the front door. That's the only window. I was saying to my mum the other day, like, if I had an office with a window, I think I would actually feel a lot better. Yeah, I've got loads of work done this week. I've caught up on a lot of admin, still got to do my accounts, which I am really putting off, but I will definitely do those next week, maybe. I feel like it's really pushed me into like proving myself almost, but it's given me my motivation back. So I'm actually really happy, and it sounds so ridiculous because it's been a horrendous week, but I'm really happy, and I'm really happy at how it's turned out. I have finally remembered to order the disco ball sheets to put on the sticky out bits in the main studio. I'm gonna have to deep clean the salt room tomorrow. So you have to come back next week. Bye, thanks for watching.